Hi and welcome to Entry Level 1 English Week 5. I hope you're well. I hope you've had a good week and thank you for your work so far. So as I said, we're on week 5 of Entry Level 1 English and today we've got quite a lot to cover, as you can see. Let me just make sure you can see that actually. I just need to move that slightly so you can see the bottom of the board as well. There we go. Okay, so as I said, we've got quite a lot to cover today. So today's objectives, we've got your spelling test first. Okay, so we're going to be doing that. Then we've got next week's spellings. Today we're going to be looking at types of text. Okay, so that might not mean much at this point, but hopefully you'll understand once we do it. We're then going to be looking at alphabetical order, putting things in order of the alphabet. Punctuation, we're going to have a quick look at punctuation, just some checks we're going to do. We'll have a quick overview of your grammar, so the present simple and other tenses. We're going to focus slightly on the future simple tense. And then we're going to look at writing a text message. And then obviously you'll be given all your homework as well. Okay, so that's what we've got planned for today. So hopefully that'll all be okay. We've got quite a lot to cover, so we'll crack on and we'll start with the spelling test, okay? Okay, so your spelling test this week was some days of the week, just as a check from last time, and also lots of homophones, which were the words that sound the same but are spelt differently, if you remember. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to say the word, then say a sentence, and then say the word again, so that you understand the context within which the word is, so you know which one you're trying to spell. Okay, so we're going to start off though with the days of the week, so they're easy. Well, not easy, but you've done those before, so we're going to start with them. So let's have number 1. I hope you got paper. Have you got your paper and pen? Yeah. So number 1, Tuesday. Tuesday is my day off. Tuesday. Number 2, Wednesday. Wednesday is the middle of the week. Wednesday. Thursday. Thursday is a very long work day. Thursday. So that's number 1, Tuesday. Number 2, Wednesday. Number 3, Thursday. Okay, so now we're going to look at the homophones. So number 4, no. Do you know my brother? No. Do you know my brother? No. Number 5, I love shellfish too. 2. I love shellfish too. 2. So how do we spell that type of 2? I love shellfish too. 2. So number 4 is no. Do you know my brother? Number 5 is 2. I love shellfish too. Number 6, there. The bathroom is over there. There. Number 7, no. Would you like a coffee? No, thank you. No. Number 8, off. Please turn off the light. Off. Number 9, 2. What time do you go to work? 2. Number 10, their. They lost their dog. Their. They lost their dog. Their. Number 11, of. There is a lot of snow in Scotland. There is a lot of snow in Scotland. Of. Number 12, their. Their students. Their. Their students. And last one, number 13, two. I have two brothers. Two. I have two brothers. Two. Okay? So if you need to listen to those again, you can go back and rewind and listen again if you need to. All right? Let me know how well you did. We're just going to go through them on the board now and check how well you did, and you can let me know how many you got right. So we'll just go through them now. Okay, so let's have a look at these spellings on the board and see how you did. So, got number 1, Tuesday, Tuesday, Tuesday. Number 2, Wednesday, Wednesday. Number 3, Thursday, Thursday. Number 4, know, do you know my brother? K-N-O-W, so hopefully you got that right. Number 5, two. I love chocolate too, or I love shellfish too. T-O-O as well, also. Number 6, there. The bathroom is over there. T-H-E-R-E. Number 7, no. Would you like a coffee? No, thank you. N-O, no. 8, off. Please turn off the light. O-double-F. Number 9, 2. Would you like a lift to work? 2, T-O. 10, there. They lost their dog, T-H-E-I-R. The dog belongs to them. Number 11, of. A lot of snow in Scotland. There is a lot of snow in Scotland, O-F. 12, there. Their students, T-H-E-Y'-R-E. They are. And number 13, two. I have two brothers. 1, 2, T-W-O. How did you do? What did you get out of 13? Let me know how many you got. Let me know how you did. Hopefully you did quite well. So yeah, make sure you tell me in your homework. You can write down your answers, how many you got. Okay? Right, we'll move on to the next bit. Okay, just quickly I wanted to let you know that the spelling test for next week is going to be a collection of the words that we've done in the last 4 weeks, in the last 4 or 5 weeks. So it'll be some words from every week. So it could be days of the week, homophones, common verbs, and words that words that have a k sound in them. So it'll be some words from all of the weeks. Okay, so your spelling test next week will be some words from all of the other weeks. So look back at your spellings and make sure any that you are not good at, check them and so it'll be just a mystery spelling test. You don't know what you're going to get, okay? It'll be a collection of different words from the last few weeks, okay? So a mystery spelling test. All right? Okay, so excuse me. This week we are going to be looking a little bit at different types of text, or we're going to concentrate on 2 types of text this week, and every week we will look at different types of text. This will help your reading and your writing. Okay, so we're designed to help your reading and writing. So types of text. Text, what we mean in English when we say types of text, is the different ways that we can communicate in writing. Different ways we can communicate in writing. So, for example, we can write a letter, can't we? We can write a letter. We can write an email, okay? Like I write to you all the time, emails. We can text message someone, okay? We can send a text message. We can write a note, can't we, on like I don't know, like a little note on a post-it note. Write a note to a friend. Web page, so that's a type of text on a web page where you can read lots of information on a website, and they have different pages, don't they, for you to read. You can see information, written information, on a leaflet. Do you know what a leaflet is? Let me find you a leaflet. Hang on. I'm going to find one now. Hang on. It's not very good, is it? Hang on. I will find you one. A leaflet. Oh dear. Typical, I can't find a leaflet. Let me just... I suppose this is sort of one, but it's very small. This is a type of leaflet here. Okay, but this is a very small one. Leaflets are usually a little bit bigger. They come... have I got any in the rubbish? They come through the post, like they come in the post through the letterbox, and they usually advertise, give you some information about something, or they tell you about something. So this is a leaflet. I always throw them away, so I don't have any, but this kind of thing is a leaflet, but this one's very, very small. Usually they're a bit bigger. I'll talk about them a bit more in a bit. Then we have an advert. That's another type of information, isn't it? An advert is someone trying to sell you something. So an advert for a car, to sell a car or buy a car, an advert, car advert, or to buy a bike, or something where you're selling something. So it's an advert. It's selling you something and you need to buy it. Okay, so these are just some types of text. They're things that we can read. They have written information on. Okay, and these are just some: letters, emails, text messages, notes, web page, leaflets, adverts. There are lots and lots of things that are written information, but these are just some. And today we're going to concentrate a little bit on adverts and leaflets, okay? And every week we'll look at some different types of text, and then obviously, you'll learn more about them, and it'll improve your reading as we read different types of text as well, and then you'll start to write different types of text as well, okay? So we're going to have a little look at those two. Okay, so the first type of text we're going to look at is an advert. Okay, this here is an advert. It's an advert for a, I know it's hard to tell, a car. That's a car, okay? So you can see at the top it says for sale. Nissan Micra, that's a make and model of car. Only 60,000 miles, so that's how many miles the car's done. New MOT, so the MOT is obviously what a car needs to be able to go on the road. Full service history, so it's been looked after, this car. And here's a price down here, £4,500 only. Wow. Now, an advert, you can see, okay, an advert is selling you something. So we see this type of text in lots of newspapers or on the internet, or maybe in a leaflet sometimes they will have this type of advert. So often adverts, what's really important to remember with adverts, because as your English improves, you will have to, for your exam, and maybe one day in your jobs and things like that, you might have to make an advert. You have to maybe in your exam when you get higher up. And if you have a job where you have to advertise something, they might ask you to make something when your English is good and you're higher up in your jobs, and you have to do these kinds of things. So adverts usually have lots of colour. So you can see I've used some colour here. Not very much here because obviously I only have a few pens. But they usually have colour. They sometimes have really big letters, like capital letters or big letters. They might have underlining like this, yeah, underlining. They might have these, what we call bullet points here, okay, and usually they have pictures, yeah, pictures as well. So you can tell it's an advert because it's selling something for sale, okay. There's usually pictures, colour, underlining, maybe some bullet points, maybe special price, you know, only £5. Buy one, get one free, special offer, 20% discount. That's the kind of thing you would expect to see in an advert. So when you see an advert, you are looking, you know it's an advert because it's selling something. It might have a price, might have a special offer, there'll be pictures, colour, big letters, you know, maybe bullet points, these things down here. So there's all these kinds of things that tell us it's an advert. Okay, so you know what an advert looks like. All right, so one moment. Okay, so now up on the board I have a leaflet. A leaflet. So a leaflet is something that gives us information. It might give us advice or tips. So tips is like friendly advice. When you give someone advice, oh, it's like you should do this or you should do that. Friendly advice, tips, we call those. Tips. Okay, so a leaflet will give you some information. It usually has a heading at the top. So here's our heading, how to be healthy. Okay, this is our heading. It might have some pictures, some colour to make it interesting, and then it will give us some information. Okay, so if you want to be healthy, here are some useful tips. So if you want to be healthy, here are some useful tips. Here's some advice on how to be healthy. Number 1, drink lots of water. Number 2, exercise for 20 to 30 minutes every day. Number 3, eat 5 portions of fruit and vegetables every day. Okay, so this is a leaflet. It gives you information. It usually has some pictures, some colour. It might have some numbered points. If it's giving you tips or advice, it might have bullet points or numbered letters, numbered points like this, and it'll have a heading. Okay, and that's a leaflet. Again, you will have to write leaflets as your English improves for your exams, but also it's really useful in work as well, because often you, in jobs, for example, in my job, I have to write lots of adverts for our webpage, and I have to write lots of leaflets as well that we send to companies to advertise our products and to tell people information about our company. So often in work and your job, you have to do these kinds of things too. So as your English improves and you get better, your job maybe becomes more difficult and you have to do more writing. So it's useful to know. So this is what a leaflet looks like. Okay, so a quick summary of these things. So an advert, can we just notice here actually, an advert, we've got an, A-N, because it's before an A-E-I-O-U. Before a vowel, A-E-I-O-U, we use an advert. So in an advert is trying to sell something. Okay, it's trying to sell something. It could be a car, a bike, or even a dog or a cat. It's trying to sell you something, an advert. There will be colour in the advert, pictures, special offers, 20% off. There might be bullet points listing, the main things about what they're selling. So yeah, that's an advert. A leaflet is giving you information, useful advice or tips. Advice, tips, same kind of thing, giving you useful information. Okay, and there might be colour, a heading at the top, pictures, and a numbered list maybe of the tips or the advice. Okay, so a numbered list. So we've got an advert, and have you noticed a leaflet, A, because it's not A-E-I-O-U. If it starts with A-E-I-O-U, we use an. Okay, so we've got an advert and a leaflet. And in your homework today, you're going to be looking at maybe an advert, maybe a leaflet. You'll have to wait and see. And reading information from that. Okay, so you'll be having some practice of looking at those in your homework. Okay, so advert, leaflet. So those are our first two types of text that we're looking at today, and we will look at some types of text in every lesson for the next few weeks, so that you are familiar with all of them and understand what they look like and what should be in them, okay? Because it's important for your exam and important for moving forward. So in your exam, you will need to know what an advert, what a leaflet, what's in an email, etc., etc. Okay? So, one moment, we'll just pause. Okay, so the other thing we're looking at today is alphabetical order. Again, this is something you have to do in your exam, and it's really good for improving your English, because if you understand alphabetical order, you can use your dictionary better, and then you can find words better, and you can improve your vocabulary. So, alphabetical order is where we put things in order of the alphabet. We did a bit of this right at the beginning, so I just want to go back over it to make sure that you feel comfortable with it. So, look at these makes of car. Okay, so we've got different makes of car here. We've got a Ford, a Seat, a Volvo, a Nissan, a Golf, a BMW and an Audi. Now, if I was to put them in alphabetical order, which car would go first? What do I mean by alphabetical order? In order of the alphabet. So we look at the letters and we find which one comes first in the alphabet, which is A. So the Audi would go first, wouldn't it? And after A, we have B. So we look for what comes next. After B comes C. We don't have a C, so then we go D, no, etc., etc. And we put them all in order of the alphabet. So do you want to just do that quickly? If you pause the video, just put these in alphabetical order for me very quickly. Okay? Just pause and then come back and have a look at the answer. Okay, so hopefully you've got the same as me. So we've got Audi, BMW. Next is F, A, B, C, D, E, F. So Ford, G, Golf, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Nissan. O, P, Q, R, S, Seat. T, U, V, Volvo. So those are in alphabetical order. Notice I've got capital letters at the beginning because they are makes of cars, so therefore they have a capital letter. They would be given a capital letter in a sentence. Okay, and BMW is an abbreviation, so they're all capital letters. I don't actually know what BMW stands for, but it's an abbreviation. Okay, so that is alphabetical order. You will have to do alphabetical ordering in your exam, so it's important to practice it, and you'll get some practice in your homework today. Okay, another thing that we're going to be looking at today is punctuation. Punctuation is really important to improve your writing. Okay, so punctuation is something that you have to be familiar with. Punctuation is capital letters and things like colons, full stops, commas, those apostrophes, etc., which we're going to look at now. Okay, if you're not sure, don't worry, you're going to look now at what those are. So if we have a look here at these, so I want you to punctuate these sentences properly. So number one, I like driving fast. So this sentence here, I like driving fast. What's wrong with it? Where should the punctuation be? What's wrong with this sentence? I like driving fast. So we should have a capital letter at the beginning of a sentence. So that should be a capital letter. Also, I, as in I, is always a capital letter anyway. I like driving fast. There should be a full stop at the end. Okay, so this is a full stop. So when I talk about full stops, that's what I'm talking about. Full stop. Okay. What about number 2? I'm driving to Scotland tomorrow. What's wrong with that sentence? Can you put punctuation in there? Punctuation in there. So if we look at I'm, what's wrong with I'm? Yep, first of all, should be a capital. Also, we should have an apostrophe in there. I am. So there should be an apostrophe. So this is called an apostrophe. So when I talk about apostrophes, that's what I mean. Apostrophe. That, you can't see it very well now because I've made the I so big. Let's make it a bit easier. Hang on. Okay, so there's our apostrophe there. So I'm driving to Scotland tomorrow. What else do we need? Yes, we need a full stop, don't we, at the end of the sentence. But what else? Anything else? Correct. If you got this correct. We need a capital S for Scotland because it's a country, so it should have a capital S, okay, for Scotland. So, I'm, capital I, apostrophe M, I'm driving to Scotland, capital S, tomorrow, full stop. So let's look at this last one. Miguel will drive to work on Saturday. Miguel will drive to work on Saturday. So what's wrong with this? Yes, capital letter at the beginning. Also, it's a name, so it would have a capital anyway. We'll drive to work. And yes, capital S because it's a day of the week. And a full stop. So days of the week have a capital, countries have a capital, beginning of sentences, names and I all have a capital. Don't forget apostrophes and don't forget full stops. Okay? So days of the week, remember that, capital S. So punctuation is really important for your writing. If you have to write an email for work, or if you have to write an email to your landlord or to the school, punctuation is really important because it shows you understand the language and you understand. It also, punctuation is really important because if you use the wrong punctuation, then the meaning is incorrect. So you have to use the correct punctuation, otherwise it can change the meaning of a sentence. So punctuation is really important and you will be practicing that all the time as well because you have to do it in your exams as well. But it's very important if you're writing letters or emails to the school, to your landlord, to your boss, etc. You need to be able to punctuate correctly. Okay, so punctuation, full stops, apostrophes, capital letters, and also commas. We'll look at those more as you progress though, they're more complicated. Okay, good. Okay, I just want to pick up on a couple of bits of grammar while we're here, so I'm just going to look at 2 of the sentences from before. So, I like driving fast. Now this is the present simple because it's a fact that's true now. Okay, it's true now, so this is the present simple. I like, he likes, she likes. After like, we say what it is we like doing. If it's a verb, we add ing. Okay, so we add ing. I like driving. I like listening to music. So after like, don't forget to add ing to verbs. Okay, so I like listening to music. I like running. He likes dancing. Okay, she likes cooking. So we often add ing. You don't have to because you can say I like to dance. He likes to dance. She likes to run. We can say to run, to dance, to listen, to drive. But it's more common for us to add ing. I like running, I like driving, I like listening to music, I like dancing, I like cooking, I like gardening, I like eating, I like drinking. Okay, so the most common thing after like or likes for he, she, it is to add ing to that verb. Obviously, if it's a noun, I like chocolate, I like cats, I like fish, then we don't add ing because it's just a thing, an object. Cats, fish, chocolate, wine, etc. But if it's a verb, then we add the ing. I like dancing, driving, listening, running, cooking. Okay? So just wanted to point that out for when you're making sentences. Don't forget, it's more common to say he likes dancing than he likes to dance. But it's correct also to say he likes to dance, to run, to cook. But it's more common, it's more, in spoken English, it's more common to add that ing and just no to. I like dancing, running. Okay? The other thing I want to pick up on is this sentence down here. Miguel will drive to work on Saturday. Will drive. This is called the future simple tense. Okay, the future simple tense. Miguel will drive. When we talk about the future, things that are going to happen tomorrow, the next day, next week, next year, we can use the future simple tense. It's very easy to use because it stays the same for everybody. He, she, it, I, you, it's always the same. We use will plus the base form of the verb. So when we talk about the future, we can use the future simple tense. I will go to work tomorrow. I will visit my mother at the weekend. I will go to Greece in June. Okay, so will plus the base form of the verb. And it's the same for everyone. I or he or she or they, will plus base form of the verb. It's always the same. We don't change it. So this is very easy. Very easy. So she will cook pasta tomorrow. They will visit their parents at the weekend. Okay, so will cook. Was she? Still the same. Base form of the verb. Remember the base form of the verb. We don't change the verb. They will visit. Base form of the verb. It doesn't change. So she will cook pasta tomorrow. They will visit their parents at the weekend. So this is the future simple tense. Okay, so when you talk about the future, you can use this tense. We have other tenses to use for the future as well, but this is the one you need to concentrate and learn for now. Okay, you must learn this one for now because it's quite easy to use and it means you can talk about the future, you know, and people will understand you. They will understand this is he or she is talking about the future. So I will go to work tomorrow. I will go to work on Saturday. I will go shopping on Saturday. I will go to the beach on Sunday, etc. So when we're talking about the future, we can use will plus the base form of the verb, the simple form of the verb, okay? And it stays the same for everybody, whoever you're talking about. And look, don't forget, on with days, on Saturday, Tomorrow, just tomorrow. Pasta tomorrow. I'll do this tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. And weekend, at the weekend. At the weekend. Americans say on the weekend. We tend to say at the weekend. So often we use it with time, like Saturday, tomorrow, weekend, summer, June, next week, later. Okay, often we use it with these kind of expressions. So we're going to have a little bit of practice of that as well, the future simple, but it's very easy, as you can see. Will plus the base form of the verb. And in the negative, it's will not plus the base form of the verb, and will not becomes won't. Will not, we abbreviate to won't. Okay, won't. So Miguel won't drive to work on Saturday. She won't cook pasta tomorrow. They won't visit their parents at the weekend. Won't. Will not, we shorten to won't. I don't know why, it's very strange, but when we speak we say won't. We don't say will not. She will not is formal. Won't is when we speak. Miguel won't drive. She won't cook pasta. They won't visit their parents. Okay, so the negative is will not plus the base form of the verb. Same for everybody, but we shorten will not to won't. Okay, and I'll give you some practice of that. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so the last bit we're going to look at today is some writing practice. You're going to do some writing for me, and we're going to look at the kind of style of writing that you might need to do in the exam. Okay, so we're just going to have a little practice on the board and then you're going to write it for your homework, but we're just going to get an idea of what we're looking for by having a look on the board now. So you're going to be writing a message to a friend. Okay, so like a text message or an email message, just a short message to a friend, that type of thing. Okay, so you have a new car and you write a message to tell your friend. Sorry, 1 moment, I'm going to be literally 2 minutes. Okay, you have a new car. Sorry, it's my son, he has to do homeschooling, so he has to start in a few minutes. I need to get out of his way. So you have a new car and you're going to write a message to tell your friend about the new car, okay? And I want you to say when you bought the car, so when did you buy the car, what make and model the car is, so what type of car is it, what colour the car is, how much it cost, and when you are going to drive it, so when will you drive it, okay? So these are the things that need to be in your message. So, you know, I bought the car. Bought is the past tense of buy. Okay, past tense of buy. So I buy. Yesterday I bought. It's the past. We will be looking at the past simple in the next few weeks. Okay, so bought is the past of buy. I buy. Yesterday I bought. I will buy a car. Yesterday I bought a car. So I bought a car last week. What make and model is it? It's a Nissan Micra, it's a Seat Ibiza, etc. What colour is it? The car is black, blue. How much it cost? The car cost. When will you drive it? I will drive it to work. Okay, so you're going to be basically making sentences around this information. Okay, so you're going to be writing a message to your friend with this information to tell them all of these things. So when you write a message to your friend in English, one of the important things to remember is how we begin and how we finish. So when it's a friend, we can say hi, or we can say hello. Okay, and then their name, obviously, whatever their name is. So we can say, hi Jenna, hello Jenna. When we write a text message or an email, we can do the same. And we always put a little comma after that usually. It's professional. Then it's always polite to start in English with how are you? As I've told you before, English people always like to ask people, how are you? Are you okay? Is everything okay? They like to ask. So it's always polite. Hi Jenna, how are you? Then you will write your message, what you want to tell them. So then all the information goes in here, okay? All your sentences go in there. And then when you finish, a good way to finish is either see you soon. Okay, a lot of people like to say see you soon, or you can say speak later. That's another good way to finish a message, just an informal message to a friend. So see you soon, speak later. And then either from Sarah. Some people say love Sarah, and some people just say their name. They don't say from or love. So often we start with hi or hello. So hi Jenna, how are you? Then you write your message. Yesterday I bought a car. Blah, 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 blah. See you soon, or speak later, whichever you prefer. Speak later, see you soon, love Sarah, from Sarah, or just Sarah. You don't have to write from or love in a message. You can go without. I usually say love if it's a message to a friend. Okay, so I want you to remember this because you're going to do lots of writing practice over the next few weeks, and you're going to be practicing writing different types of text. So this is a message. It could be an email message, it could be a text message, but it's just a message to a friend, okay? Just a short message. And like I say, with messages to friends, we usually start with hi or hello, and then their name. How are you? Information, and then either see you soon or speak later, love Sarah, from Sarah. Okay? Whichever you prefer to do. So that's how I want your message to be written. Now in your homework I'm going to give you the information you've got to write about. So I will write up about the car. That's attached to this email, so you know what you have to write about, okay? So that's your homework. So for your homework you're going to have to put some things in alphabetical order. You're going to have to punctuate some sentences properly. You're going to have to look at the future simple tense, some practice. You are going to do some reading and answer some questions about a leaflet or an advert. You wait and see. And then you're going to do some writing and write a message to your friend about your car. Okay, so that's all the things you've got to do for your homework. So quite a lot of homework to do there. All right, so good luck. You have 7 days as usual. And yeah, I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Don't forget to organise a video chat with me. Okay, take care. Bye.